Hi guys, Jimmy here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe and having a good week so far. So a vlog today on am I missing collecting and am I missing out on not collecting? So let's go back to this. So a while back I made a conscious decision to cut back on collecting physical media. One, because it was just costing too much, and two, I wasn't getting the same buzz I used to get out of collecting because it became part of a routine. It wasn't a treat. I was getting so much stuff. It was just normal to me. I was losing that buzz from, going out on a Monday morning to HMV to pick up the latest edition, or getting an early delivery from Zavvi or HMV, or from Amazon on a Saturday or Friday. From Arrow Direct, sometimes you ordered from them, you got it really, really early. You'd be like, yeah, bang, straight on YouTube for sure. And all that was becoming a routine for me. It didn't have the same buzz that I used to get from it. So I made a conscious decision to cut back on collecting physical media, mainly because, I've recently moved and I don't have my room set up downstairs yet, so my space is limited. And maybe that's been a bit of a godsend in disguise because I've had to curtail buying so many editions. But the main one was, it was, I'll be honest with you, it was just becoming a routine. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel sometimes that your collecting has become a routine? Because I know, I'll be honest with you, mine did. Mine became a bit of a routine. I was buying things, let's be honest, because they would look good, because I'd be showing them on YouTube and then they'd be sitting on the shelf for a bit by the time I got round to watch them. And the only trouble there was, by the time I got round to watching something, another edition would be there. And the worst culprit was TV series. So I bought Miami Vice a while back, watched the first series. I haven't gone back to it yet. Just haven't had the time to do it. With so many things that are streaming and new editions coming in, I just didn't go back to doing it. And I found myself literally buying stuff that I wasn't watching. Now, I'm not going to go down the route today of talking about doubling down, trebling down, quadrupling down on editions. That is something that I've literally stopped. I haven't bought any doubles or trebles of films now in ages. To me now, I've got to stop that, because that is just thrown not good money after bad money. If you're collecting, it's a good idea, but it was just pointless having a Blade Runner. I've got like 5 or 6 times now, probably 6, 7 times. Batman, the other Batman films as well. So many editions of those films, and I'll be honest with you. You can be honest with me. When you've got a film on 5 different editions, that's the same cut of film. Have you watched it on every single one? Yeah, I've gone from video and blue on Blade Runner to DVD to Blu-ray to 4K, but I've got a few 4Ks of it now, and I haven't watched every single 4K version of it. Just haven't had the time to do it. So I've cut back on my collecting. I've not missed it. I've not missed it as much as what I thought I would. I thought after about a month I'd think, like, I've got to go and get those editions now. I've got to go and get them. I haven't been bothered on a Monday morning to get up and go to HMV to seek out some limited editions. Even when I go past Computer Exchange now, I don't pop in there as much as what I used to. I might go in there once a week, but if I don't see anything in there, I'm like, yeah, no, I'll just walk away. I'm not buying something for the sake of buying it. And I think, as I said earlier, you guys let me know, it was for the sake of buying things sometimes that I think I was buying editions, and that wasn't right. And I haven't been on YouTube a lot lately because basically I haven't been buying new editions, so there's been no point. I have brought some older films, and I'll just show you through them in a minute. But also, have I missed out on not buying editions? So have I seen something on other people's channels and thought, oh my God, I've got to have that? Do you know what? I haven't. And I really thought that would be the catalyst to make me start collecting again, is watching other people's vlogs, seeing the latest steelbook of whatever film it is or whatever edition it is. And I thought to myself, do you know what? That's what's going to be the test, the litmus test. And I haven't missed it. I watch other people's channels now and I'm like, yeah, that's a nice edition to have. Fair play to you. Well done. Add it to your collection. Whereas before I'd have been like, oh, I've got to get that for my collection. Got to have it for my collection. And I'd be going out and buying it. And then it would just sit there unwatched for a long time. And that's the other thing, with the amount of films that I was buying, there wasn't enough hours in the days to watch it. Not when I've got work, family chores to take care of, other bits to do. There just wasn't enough time. And, I look at other people's channels and I see, the volume of films that people buy. And I'm like, if you've got time to watch all of those films, fair play to you. Fair play. I don't know how you do it, but I fair play to you. I'd take my hat off to you if I had one on. But I just don't have that fear of missing out. I just like, no, fair enough, then you've got it, great for you, well done. It's like when I see things on Insta, I'm like, yeah, I've got that edition, really nice edition. I do not need it. And I'm glad I've got to that point now where I'm more controlled in terms of what I buy and what I don't buy. But I haven't missed out on it. And I think also, been honest here, the YouTube thing, showing things used to give me a bit of a buzz. But recently I found that, it was almost for the sake of showing things on YouTube that I think I was getting some films literally just to show. And I was like, thinking, what am I doing that nonsense for? I don't need to do that. I want to get them for myself like I used to in the beginning. So I could see myself going down that road. And I thought, no, that's not good. That's not good. It's got to be what I want to see. So has there been any advantages? The money side of it's been an advantage, that's for sure. So I've got a couple of vices that I like. Movies was one of them. Drinking is another one. Gambling's another one, and Lego. And I've cut back on all of them. What I'm quite good at is when I make a decision about something, I'm very good at sticking to it. So I've cut back on buying Lego. The only Lego now that I'll buy really is going to be Star Wars Lego. I'm not buying any more of the movie tie-ins. I've got the Batman Batcave downstairs. I haven't even built that yet, and I've had that for ages. So I've cut back on any Lego from other movie tie-in franchises. I'm just not doing that. It's just going to be Star Wars, if anything, and Speed Champions. I do like my Speed Champions. When it comes to gambling, I'm very regimented. I might bet on a Saturday and maybe a set of matches during the week, and then that's it. And I know my limit, and I stick to my limit. I never chase my losses. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. At this moment in time, there's a bit of losing going on, I'll be honest with you. When it comes to drinking, these days, touch wood, thank goodness, I'm very good. I don't drink on a school night, so when I was working, I never drank on a school night. And I would only drink 3 bottles when I'm watching a film. I wouldn't go to 4, because if I go to 4, I go to 5, I go to 6, because I know how I am. So 3 bottles of lager when I'm watching a film, 3 tins, and that's it. That is it, end of story. And then I'll just grab myself like a ginger ale or something like that to drink for the rest of the movie, depending on how long the movie is. So I'm very good like that. I'm very good at making sure that I stick to what I say. I have done a vlog actually about drinking and movies, and I've had to change a little bit of it, because maybe my way of saying that I deal with problems isn't the way that people deal with problems now. So I've had to change that part of it. So I've got to reshoot that again actually. But that one will be coming out in maybe about a week's time or so when I've redone that. But when it comes to the movies, one thing that I have noticed is because I'm not buying so many films now, it has allowed me to enjoy my collection properly. And what I mean by that is, recently I've managed to watch all 11 Star Wars films, roughly in order. You've got your Solo, which you could watch at basically any time. And then I watched all 11 of them over the course of, I think it was 7 days. I think it was 6 or 7 days I watched all of them. I've done the Lord of the Rings again. I'm partly through James Bond. I've done the Matrix. I've done the Superman ones that I've been waiting for ages to watch all the Superman ones properly, all the way through. And what it has done for me, it's allowed me to watch some of my old classic Italian horror films as well. I watched the Rambo series as well, all the way through. And I wasn't getting that chance before because I had so many new films that I wasn't enjoying the library that I had. So I know it's a catch-22, by the time you get around to watching the new films, they're going to be old films, James. But it's allowed me to enjoy my collection a lot more. So recently this was a while back actually, I've probably done this vlog, I brought Pinocchio. I showed this briefly before, but I haven't done an unboxing of it because I made a decision again not to get into the YouTube trap of showing every single thing straight away. I needed to break that whole cycle. I think it was one thing after another. Get a new release, show it on YouTube or show it on Instagram, as the case may be. So I stopped all that because I needed to make sure I was buying films for me, not for other reasons, which is, let me get it on YouTube because then it will help my channel and things like that. That's not why I started collecting movies. So I've, cut back obviously on the vlogging because I think the last couple of vlogs I've done have been on pre-releases. I know Jimmy Boy not in front of the camera, that's a thumbs up really. So I found myself getting into that routine. I've got to get something to put out on my channel as well. And that was playing on my mind because I'm thinking that's not why I collect movies at all. That's not why I collect movies. Let me know if you feel that same way sometimes, that you get things to show because you want to keep your channel growing. And I'm just like, no, I just want to go back to showing things when and where I want to. The other thing I got recently was I'm still buying a couple of bits. I've got 3 films from eBay coming across, which are media books. Jay knows what I'm talking about, a Blu-ray there, he knows what I'm talking about. But I picked up these Jaleo box sets from Arrow's Spotlight edition. Now there is one omission, which is the red edition. So they sent me these 4 editions. 3 of them had the O-slip cards on them. The red one didn't. So I had a bit of a situation returning that to them, having various emails, which was just getting to be on the joke. And that made me think, why am I getting so worked up over an edition? Why am I spending my good time trying to find out why they didn't send me the red edition that didn't have the O-ring J card? And I thought to myself, God, if that's the only problem I've got, I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. But I thought to myself, I shouldn't be getting annoyed over something so trivial. You know, why am I getting worked up over not getting the edition to match the other 4? So I returned it to them after time, and I eventually got my refund. But I thought to myself, God, you know what? I've wasted so much time sending emails about an edition that really I shouldn't be getting that involved in. You know, and it surprised me that I was. And I was like, this is what I don't miss about collecting. But it did allow me to enjoy the films that I've got. So, you know, I look back and I will carry on collecting, but I'm going to be collecting at like a snail's rate now. I'm not going back to the old days. That could change when I get my room sorted out downstairs. I might be back with a vengeance. I don't know, but I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing now, which I'm more than happy with. I don't feel that on a Monday or on a Tuesday I need to get a vlog out, you know, to keep my channel ticking over and all that lot. I think I can just go back to enjoying it as I used to. And it's allowed me to, as I said, enjoy series of films that I haven't watched in their entirety in ages. It's also allowed me to also start enjoying, and I never thought I'd say this, streaming. I've been watching quite a few things on streaming recently as well, and I think to myself, yeah, I've got quite a nice balance I'm happy with now. So that's it, guys. So I don't miss collecting like I used to. I don't feel I'm missing out on anything. I really, really don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I've seen a couple of things that I thought, yeah, I do like the look of that. But rather than hitting the button straight away, I thought, no, let me see if I still feel like that in 5 days' time. And in 5 days' time, I thought, don't need it. So I've held back. So yeah, so that's what's been happening, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you want to cut back yourselves? Do you think that if you do cut back, you'll be missing out on something and you'll think, oh no, I really need that edition? Or do you think, you know what, each to their own? No, I'm happy collecting at the rate I show. I collect for myself, you know, not to show and case, things like that. Or do you feel, yeah, you know what, you'd like to break that cycle, but not that you can't, not that you won't or can't, it's just that you know, because we all want our YouTube channels to grow. And that's the thing that feeds the beast, is that if you stop posting, you don't get the views and you don't get recommended and everything like that you normally do. So, you know, I was caught up in that. I was buying things to make sure that my channel kept growing, but in the end, that was taken away from why I started movie collecting. So let me know if that's happened to you. You know, if you don't agree with me, fair play to you. You know, everyone's got an opinion. No one is wrong or right. It's just their own opinion, and this is my opinion on collecting at this moment in time. As I said, it might change, it might not. Anyway, listen, guys, I've waffled on far too long on this vlog this evening. But as I said, let me know your comments below, what you feel. I will be showing some editions later on this week, perhaps. But again, I don't feel the need to jump on YouTube straight away now and show what I've got, which is show my editions that I've got, because yeah, I've got out of that habit, and I'm quite happy I've got out of that habit. Even Instagram, I don't post as much on Instagram as what I used to. So yeah, so it's been a big change, but it's been a good change. And as I said, I might go back to it, I might not. Time will tell. But anyway, guys, listen, most importantly thing, hope everybody's doing well, hope everybody's safe. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll see you real soon.